All right, welcome back as we get ready here for, I believe this is game number 5 of the day. Let me just double check my schedule here. The game going by really quickly here. They're averaging about an hour a game, which is really cool, considering we have about 9 games to do. So this game 1 was won by ND Pro Olsen, 66-21 over ECI Gray. Game 2 was won by ND Pro Jacobson, 39-37 over ECI White. New Tartan defeated ECI Gray in Game 3. North Tartan defeated ECI White 43-39 in Game 4, and that brings us to ECI Pink and ND Pro 2022. And apparently this is a 16-minute half instead of a 14-minute half. So we will go with 16 minutes, and we're underway here in this contest. So ECI Pink is in the black, and ND Pro 2022 is in the red. ND Pro 2022, a couple Fargo Davies players on it. You've got a Kindred Viking on it. And we'll get to that roster here in a little bit. I got to write in one more player, actually. All right, so with the basketballs, Grace Hagerly. Work it back down low to Hagerly after she got rid of it along the baseline. Ball is tipped, and a hard foul underneath. We'll stop the clock with 15-12 to go here in the first half of play. Still no score here between ECI Pink and ND Pro 2022. 3 from the corner won't go, and that one will be rebounded there. That is Molly Muslin. ECI Pink, made up of mostly Bismarck High and Century High and Jamestown, and one student from Kidder County, number 10, Kennedy Harder. So Kidder County Wolf found on the ND Pro 20, or the ECI Pink team, excuse me. With the basketball now, number 10, Ava Wild, and that 3 is up and in. That is Taylor Safransky with the triple. Stops the clock with 14:24, and a quick turnover gives the ball right back to ND Pro 2022. ND Pro 2022, a mix of some Class A and some Class B schools from really good basketball teams. Fargo Davies, 1 or 2 Kindred students represented on this team as well. According to the roster, Autumn Ketterling is from Bismarck Century on ND Pro 2022. So with the basketballs, Gabby Rush. And now the 3 is on the way. That one's out the front of the rim, won't go. Looked like a nice shot coming out of the hands there of, if I can catch the jersey number, that was Peyton Newmiller. And a quick turnaround here as they come back down the other end of the court, and she'll draw the foul. So that will put Grace Hagerly at the line. And the first free throw is off the mark here for Grace Hagerly. 13:23 to go in the first half. Substitution for ECI Pink in the black. And Hagley's second free throw is up and in. Oh, work it down low there. That is Taryn Johnson, number 34, from Kindred High School. And she'll draw the foul. So both teams with one foul apiece now here. And the free throw by Johnson will be missed. Johnson's second free throw is up and in. Make one, miss one. Near wing, that's New Miller. New Miller traveled on the pass out to the corner here. And as a result, they'll turn the ball back over to ND Pro 2022. Bringing it up and over the timeline here is Taylor Safransky. Safransky hands it off there to Ketterling. Now Ketterling will get it to Ava Wild. Wild hands it off to Tina Fryer, another Kindred Viking. Fryer will get it back. We're going inside for Taryn Johnson. Turnaround won't go. Rebound snagged by New Miller. New Miller will quickly get it into the hands of Hagerly. Hagerly dishes it back. Now they put it into the corner. Looking inside. Pass is intercepted. It's intercepted by Tina Fryer. Fryer harassed a little bit in the backcourt. Gets it to Safransky. Safransky up court there to Ava Wild, her teammate from Fargo Davies. Ava Wild doing what she does best, finding a way through defenders. Couldn't get the bucket up in that time, but give her 10 opportunities like that, she's going to drop 7 of those in. I guarantee you, I've seen enough of her play over the last couple of years to know that that's a fact. A little over 11:50 to go. Driving the lane there was New Miller, but couldn't get it to go. Rebound comes down to the hands of Molly Muslin. Muslin will bring it over the timeline with 11:40 and counting to go here as Muslin slowly looks around, gets it to Wild. Wild hands it off there for Safransky. Safransky now high post for Johnson. Back to Safransky. Safransky pushes it back to Tina Fryer. Fryer looked for Johnson down low, and it was poked out of bounds by Clark. Delaney Clark, number 23 for ECI. That'll be an inbounds pass from the baseline here with 11:22 to go. Inbounds pass comes into the hands of Cassie Erickson. Erickson from the Grafton Spoilers into the lineup for ND Pro 22. She gets the bucket. They'll work it up top. Stutter step there. That is Kate. Let's double check the roster here. Yeah, I put Sydney Gustafson on the wrong side. Let's put it over here on the ECI side. And pretend she doesn't exist on this team. There we go. Got that corrected in the scorebook. 6-1 in favor of ND Pro 22. Shot up, missed. Clark gets the rebound. Clark brings it up over the timeline, fires it far side, wide open for a 3, rattles in. And ECI Pink pulls within 2 at 6-4 on the triple from, I believe it was Peyton. No, it wasn't New Miller. It was New Miller. If I can get the look at the back of her jersey number, I don't think it was New Miller. It was Sydney Gustafson with the 3. Starts with a 4 instead of ends with a 4. So coming back the other way here is Gustafson. Gustafson tried to feed it in for Kinnebrew coming into the lineup there for ECI Pink, but the ball was poked away. And now Indy Pro 2022 brings it back with the basketball's Ketterling. Little lob pass inside there for Erickson. Bound back up top. Ava Wild for three. Off the back rim, won't go. Ball's poked around. It's snagged there by Kennedy Harder. Harder up court. Race for it. Out of bounds. Should go back to Indy Pro 2022. Inbounds pass comes into Marissa Burian from Fargo Davies. Now they'll work it into Reagan Hansen over on that far side. Get it back to Ava Wild. Wild tried to feed it inside there for Cassie Erickson. 9:19 and counting to go. It's coming down with the rebound is Gustafson. Working it up court, that far corner. Now they get it into the hands of Clark. Down along the baseline with the basketball there's that is Bergen Kinnebrew. Kinnebrew with a cross-court pass, wide open for three, off the backboard too hard, but an offensive rebound. They'll get it back out to Kinnebrew. Now they'll circle it around. Three-pointer on the way, out the front of the rim, out of the hands of Gabby Rush. That one will not go, and D Pro 2022 will get the rebound. Marissa Burian with the basketball, gets around a couple of defenders, gets it to Reagan Hansen. Hansen pushes it into the corner here for Cassie Erickson. Now a couple passes later, they get it back up top for Ketterling. Ketterling dribbling the ball back and forth, left and right, off the knee, right into the hand there of Marissa Burian. Burian with a long three. Got it! Marissa Burian makes it 9-4 in favor of ND Pro 2022. Kinnebrew with the basketball now for ECI. Works it in the near wing for Harder. Harder looks to the right, moves to the left, and then a whistle and a timeout. I'll stop the clock with 8:08 to go here in the first half of play. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. Back in a moment here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. You've heard about Christmas in July, but we didn't miss Christmas last year. So Three Lions Pub is holding a St. Patty's Day in July this coming Friday, July 17th from 4 p.m. to close. Corned beef and cabbage until it's gone. Plus, specials on all your favorite St. Patty's Day drinks. Win prizes and also get a sneak peek at the full menu. Plus, bring your friends and have fun with live music from Sean Mitzel in the evening. That's this Friday, July 17th at Three Lions Pub in West Fargo. All right, welcome back. First half of play. 8:08 to go here. Inbounds pass will be triggered by Kinnebrew along the near sideline. It'll come in into the hands there of Delaney Clark. Clark will dribble over to the far wing. 8:02 and counting to go. Now they work the ball inside. Ball's tipped, taken away there by Casey Erickson. They work it up court there to Marissa Burian. Burian with a little lob inside to Ava Wild. Wild will push it back out top there, and I believe that is Ketterling with the basketball, and it is. Ketterling looking for a little bit of help, but she had to pick up her dribble, being harassed there by Kinnebrew. Now they work it inside, pop it out. Nice pass there, open look for Erickson. Can't get that one to roll in. Ava Wild unable to tip the ball into her teammate's possession. Trying to drive the baseline there was Ketterling. Now they get it back to Wild inside the paint. Spinning around, and that one's in and out off the back iron. And the rebound in a hard drop to the floor there on a nice hustle by Michaela Anderson for ECI. 7:23 to go here. And it's a 5-point lead for ND Pro 2022, as checking into the lineup is number 20, Abby Fletcher for ECI. So the inbounds pass will come to Ava Wild. Wild here on the near wing, looks around, gets into the hands of Erickson. A little dish inside. Pass was intended for Burian, but it was intercepted by ECI's Kinnebrew. Kinnebrew trying to feed pass, came right back to her, put the shot up, wouldn't go. Ball's tipped around, ends up in the hands of Marissa Burian. Burian will bring it up court over to the far side there, being guarded by Fletcher. Now they work it back up into the hands of Burian. Burian drives down near side of the lane, draws the foul. Does not get the basket to go, but she'll go to the free throw line and try and put her team into double digits on the scoreboard. And she'll miss the first one. Once again, you can follow us on Twitter at MSportsNet Live. You can like and follow us on Facebook. I would absolutely love it if you're to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Certainly appreciate that. Plenty of ways to find us online as the second free throw from Marissa Burian goes in. Also want to thank our sponsors, including Three Lions Pub in West Fargo, as well as Sean Carlson Town and Country Credit Union. Certainly appreciate their support, as well as Game Time. Three-pointer on the way. That is Fletcher. Got it! Fletcher with the triple. Makes it a 2-point game. Check that, a three-point game. As I apparently forgot to put a point up for ND Pro 2022. So it's 10-7 your official score. Taryn Johnson with the basketball. Wide open far side. Molly Muslin with a three that's in and out. And the ball will go out of bounds, stopping the clock with 6:24 to go here. And another foul, this one on ND Pro 2022. So ECI will bring the ball up the court. Set up the offense here at the top of the key. Can't quite see who that is. They hand it off to, that is New Miller. New Miller now puts it into the hands of Michaela Anderson. Tries for a three. Got it! And we're tied at 10. Off the three-pointer by New Miller. That's our first tie of the game. ND Pro 2022 has had the lead up until now. Safransky with the basketball. Gets off to Taryn Johnson. Her shot in and out. Right there for the rebound was Michaela Anderson. Anderson still with the basketball. Drives to the hoop off the front of the rim. It won't go. Loose ball rebound is into the hands of Safransky. She works it up court to Molly Muslin. Muslin steps back behind the three-point line, being harassed there by Fletcher. She backs up right in front of the midcourt stripe. Has to be careful. Make sure the foot or ball doesn't go over that line as she hands it off to Ava Wild. Wild spins. Tries to push the defender off with the arm. Picks up the loose ball. Gets it to Taryn Johnson. Johnson immediately gets it to her Kindred Viking teammate, Tina Fryer. Fryer looking around, puts the ball on the floor, hands it off there. I can't see who that is, but they get it in for Ava Wild. Wild pushes it out in near corner here. Driving into the lane is Muslin, and foul coming up here on ECI Pink. Inbounds pass comes to Ava Wild here on the near wing. She immediately hands it off, and then they work it up top here for Tina Fryer. Fryer puts the ball on the floor, a couple of dribbles, gets it to Muslin. Muslin now back up top for Ava Wild. Wild back over to Fryer. Fryer looking to her left, now looking to the right, puts the ball on the floor, backs up, two dribbles, fires it into the hands of Safransky. Safransky up top, Ava Wild. Wild may have thought momentarily about a long three there, but didn't pull the trigger. And now Safransky will reset here for ND Pro 2022. They'll work the ball back into the near sideline here. Driving to the baseline is Tina Fryer. It's poked away by New Miller out of bounds. That'll stop the clock with 4:26 to go here in the first half of play. Some good action here as we're tied at 10. Muslin with the basketball. Drive down, dished it off there for Fryer. Fryer looking around and a little too high for the very tall Taryn Johnson. .412 and counting to go here. ECI brings the ball back looking for their first lead of the game. They try and feed it down low. Ball will go out of bounds. It'll stay with ECI. Stops the clock with 4:07 to go as ECI brings in a substitution. Delaney Clark, number 23, into the lineup. And they will get it into Delaney Clark up at top. A little over 4 minutes to go, tied at 10. Bounce pass into the near corner here for Hagerly. Hagerly works it back out for Delaney Clark. Clark drives into the paint, gets in a little bit of trouble, pops it out, three on the way. Fletcher, no, in and out won't go. Safransky with the rebound. Safransky up court there into the hands of Muslin. Muslin down to the baseline, double team, pops it out, now up top. Ava Wild quickly near side. Fryer tries for three, too strong, far side of the basket. Rebound comes down to ECI's New Miller. New Miller quickly up court. And now the shot is up, won't go. Rebound pulled in by Tina Fryer. Fryer will bring it up the near side of the timeline. 3:24 and counting to go here in the first half of play. We're tied at 10. It's been tied at 10 for about a minute of play now. That one's poked away, and it's a 1-on-0 back the other way for Hagerly. Too strong off the glass. Ava Wild picks up the ball. On the rebound, finds Taryn Johnson down low. Give the assist to Ava Wild on the bucket by Taryn Johnson. And 12-10 for ND Pro. Trying to tie it back up here, gets her own rebound, and she still can't get it in. And she gets another rebound. That'll stop the clock on a foul here, I believe, is coming for ND Pro 2022. Stops the clock with 2:48 to go here in the first half of play. Substitutions for both teams. Looks like 5 in, 5 out for ND Pro 2022, and at least 3 or 4 for ECI Pink. With the basketball is Autumn Ketterling. Ketterling from Bismarck Century High School. Working around there to Erickson. Erickson drives in mid-post, finds Taryn Johnson, and Taryn Johnson, with the defender on her back, finds her way to the hoop to put it up and in. And that gives ND Pro 2022 a 4-point advantage. She has 5 of ND Pro's 2022 14. That's a lot to say. She has 5 of her team's 14 points. That was much easier. Clark inside, and a travel is called. So I'll turn the ball over. Give it back to ND Pro 2022 with 1:58 to go here in the first half of play. These games flying by. They've been fun ones today. We've had a couple of one-sided ones, but the other two and this one so far remain close. We had one come down to free throws at the buzzer. She had to make both to tie the game, and she couldn't do it. But this one, definitely a really good game so far. Taryn Johnson on the baseline being guarded there by Kennedy Harder. Get to Ketterling. She goes up for the shot. Doesn't make it, but she'll make a trip to the free throw line instead. $14 fouls now, according to my numbers, for ECI Pink as Ketterling connects on the free throw. Make it 15-10, and a 5-point lead is the largest lead of the game for... Make it a 6-point lead is the largest lead of the game. Ketterling goes 2 for 2. Gustafson with the basketball. They'll work it around the perimeter. Now work it back inside to the paint. Gets around Taryn Johnson and one. With the basket there is Grace Hagerly. She got around Taryn Johnson. Now she'll go to the line to try and make the 3-point play. Check that, it was 32. Michaela Anderson with the basket. My apologies. And she will connect on the free throw. So all of a sudden, it's a 3-point game at 16-13, and now ECI with the rebound has a chance to tie it or pull within 1. They're going to try for the tie. Wide open for 3. No, in and out won't go. Loose ball rebound comes back to ECI. That's Kinderbrew with the basketball. Put it in the corner. Another 3-point for the tie. And that one will not go. Rebound underneath. How about 2 for a 1-point deficit? No. How about another rebound? That is a hard foul. Throwing an elbow there. That is dangerously close to a technical foul, even though I don't think it was done on purpose. Some refs may have called that a technical. That was a pretty nasty elbow. And I'm not saying she did it on purpose, but even if I was standing down there, I probably would have said that hurt if that one hit me. So that one will not go. Still looking for the tie or to at least pull within 1. 30 seconds to go here in the first half. Our clock's a little bit off. That one's in and we're tied. No, that's a two-pointer. That is a two-pointer. And the three-pointer is up and in. And one last possible shot here at the buzzer is no good. And that'll bring us to halftime. 19-15 in favor of ND Pro 2022 at the half. We'll take a break, add up some numbers, and come back after this here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. You've heard about Christmas in July, but we didn't miss Christmas last year. So Three Lions Pub is holding a St. Patty's Day in July this coming Friday, July 17th from 4 p.m. to close. Corned beef and cabbage until it's gone. Plus, specials on all your favorite St. Patty's Day drinks. Win prizes and also get a sneak peek at the full menu. Plus, bring your friends and have fun with live music from Sean Mitchell in the evening. That's this Friday, July 17th at Three Lions Pub in West Fargo. Looking for a new home? Make home happen this summer by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA Equal Housing Lender. All right, welcome back as we're at halftime here, getting ready for the second half of action, which is just moments away. ECI Pink, led by Abby Fletcher, Grace Hagerly, Peyton Newmiller, Michaela Anderson, and Sydney Gustafson. That's 5 players with 3 points each for a total of 15. And ND Pro 2022 is led by Taryn Johnson with 5, Marissa Burian with 4, 3 for Ava Wild, and 2 apiece. Oh, check that. 3 for Taylor Safransky, and then 2 apiece for Autumn Ketterling and Casey Erickson. So some pretty even scoring. Almost everybody who's been on the floor has played or scored some points, let's put it that way. As we're ready to go in half number 2, ECI will have the ball, trailing by 4. We were tied at 10-10, and I missed who got the shot. Let me get the jersey number there. It was 22. It was Grace Hagerly who got the shot, and it is now 19-17 as a result. And now a wrestling match for the ball. We'll stop the clock with 15:25 to go here in the second half of play. Inbounds pass will be triggered from the near sideline here by Molly Muslin. Muslin into the backcourt there for, I believe that's Tina Fryer, and it was. Now they get it to Ava Wild. Wild hands it off to Safransky. Safransky gets it into the hands of Muslin. Nice handoff work here as Muslin gets it to Taryn Johnson, and now Johnson back into the hands of Tina Fryer. Fryer will set up the play. Ask for Safranski to come across the lane as they feed it down low for Ava Wild. Wild didn't make the spin move. They work it on the baseline. I believe her foot was on the line. No, it will remain ND Pro 2022 basketball. I'm not exactly sure what the whistle was for on that one. I missed it. But anyways, the ball will be in the hands of Ava Wild. Now Safranski tries for a three. That one's in and out, won't go. Ava Wild with the rebound, trying to work the baseline there, getting around Newmiller, partially blocked, and ricochets back into the hands of Muslin. Now Fryer has it up top. Fryer works it over to Ava Wild, over to Safranski. 14:30 and counting to go here in the second half as Safranski makes a move to the bucket, up and in. Safranski with 5 points now, and it's 21-17 with 14:19 to go. ECI trailing by 5. Check that, by 4. With the basketball is Gabby Rush. Rush hands it off to Hagerly, excuse me. Now Newmiller has it. Back up top, hesitated, thought about it, was Michaela Anderson. Now a three from the far side is a little bit off the mark there, but an offensive rebound there by Anderson. Anderson will scooch it into the hands of Abby Fletcher. Fletcher works it back down low from Anderson, and there's a whistle, and that stops the clock with 13:53 to go. We'll let our clock sit there for a second or two. As we have a foul on the play. That's the first foul of the second half for ND Pro 2022. Free throw from Anderson is up and in. She's 2 for 2 from the line so far in this contest. She had one for 1 in the first half, and now she is 2 for 2 here in the second half and has a grand total of 5 points. Safranski works it in for Taryn Johnson. That one will not go. Rebound pulled away there by Michaela Anderson. They'll work it near side, down to the baseline there. I believe that's Fletcher. Fletcher, I'm not sure if she lost it or passed it. I looked down for a quick second. Now they'll work it back up top for Fletcher once again. Fletcher lost it that time for sure into the hands of Taryn Johnson. Johnson gives it to Safranski. She brings it over the timeline on the far side of the court. 13-17 to go. Trying to feed it in for Ava Wild, and there's a foul. So baseline inbounds pass comes into Taryn Johnson. They feed it right back there to Safranski. Safranski backs up for three. Not going to go in that time around. Fryer gets the offensive board though. They'll work it back into the hands of Ava Wild. Wild looks inside. Johnson, ball poked away. Picked up on the loose ball there by Molly Muslin. Ava Wild now back over to Safranski on the far wing. Safranski will put the ball to the floor with her left hand. Dribble up top. Now go back to her right side. Tried to feed it in for Ava Wild. I think she maybe mishandled the pass as it went in a little too high. Wild couldn't get it due to the defender being a little bit too attached to her, and ball go out of bounds. Luckily for ND Pro 2022, the ball will stay with them, and Safranski will trigger the inbounds pass right into Ava Wild. Wild thought about maybe turning around looking for a shot, but too many defenders in her way. Gets it back to Fryer. Fryer hands it off for Safranski, who feeds it back in for Ava Wild. Wild spinning around. I told you that she'd like to do that little spin move. Couldn't get that one to drop. Now that is Johnson works it out. I think that's Safranski with the three. Yes, it was. Ava Wild with the rebound. Ava Wild with the wrestling match on the floor, and a jump ball is called. And the possession arrow will favor ECI. Multiple substitutions for both teams. Pretty much a new team on the floor for both teams right now. 12:23 to go here in the first half. Ava Wild will get a breather on the bench, as will most of the players who were on the floor a moment ago for ND Pro 2022. 21-19 is a 2-point game with 12:23 to go here in the second half of play, as the official is wiping up some sweat or other liquids that appeared on the basketball court at some point in the last couple of moments. Sponsorships brought to you by Three Lines Pub and Sean Carlson Town and Country Credit Union. Turned out it was the guy sanitizing the handrails on the walkway around the court. That's he was spraying it, and apparently it came all the way to the floor, and that's what they had to wipe up. I just now noticed that. As the team goes back to the other end, you might be able to see him in camera as the camera pans over there. He's up on the walkway right above the basketball hoop right now. Reagan Hansen with the basketball. Tried to work it in there for Taryn Johnson, but that one will not go. Two number 34s on the team. No, there's not. Or if there is, let's see here. No, looking down at the bench, there's only one, so that is indeed Taryn Johnson. And a little miscommunication on the pass there, and it should go back to ND Pro 2022. 21-19, 11:45 to go. We'll stop the clock for a few seconds. Three-pointer on the way from Marissa Burian. She can hit those. She didn't hit it that time, though. And the foul will go on ND Pro 2022. $11:33 and counting to go here. It's a 2-point basketball game in favor of ND Pro 2022. Three-pointer to try and change that off the mark, won't go. Now they'll look for the tie off the bottom of the backboard, got rejected. Back the other way comes ND Pro 2022 with the basketball is Reagan Hansen. And they tried to feed it back down, but a little high for Taryn Johnson. The pass was intercepted. Turnover, bringing it back. There's Delaney Clark. She puts it in and ties the game at 21. We'll see if ND Pro 2022 can get the lead back here on this possession or not. ECI has never had the lead in this game. They tied it at 10, and now they've tied it at 21, and now they have a chance to take the lead as Kinnebrew will work it over for a three into the corner. Off the mark, won't go. Burian pulls down the rebound. Marissa Burian will bring the ball up over the timeline, feed it down low to the baseline there for Erickson, and now the three is on the way. That one won't go. And right there for the rebound is Taryn Johnson. She has 7 points as ND Pro 2022 retakes the lead at 23-21. Nice move to the basket there by Sydney Gustafson to tie it back up at 23. Ketterling with the basketball, nearly poked away by Gustafson, and now there's going to be, is that going to be a foul? I believe it will be. Yes, it will. So the foul goes on ND Pro 2022. Kennedy Harder with the basketball, number 10, hands it off there to Fletcher. Fletcher with a, or check that, not Fletcher, but it's Gustafson with a free throw line jumper that was a little bit off the mark. And that'll be over, oh, it was tipped, so she can go back and get it. It was tipped. Official giving that signal. Kinnebrew fires it into the corner. Three on the way here from Delaney Clark. Off the mark. Now they try to work the ball in transition. They get it up there to Ketterling. She got it up and in. Well, our clock ticked down to 9:09. That's the fourth team foul of the second half here for ND Pro 2022. At the line is Gustafson, and she makes the first one. That's her first free throw of the day as Ava Wild checks back in, giving Taryn Johnson a breather on the bench. Try and get our clock to click down as close to 9:09 as possible. as Gustafson makes both free throws and makes it 25-25. We're tied once again. Put points on the wrong side there. So 8:59 to go and a timeout on the floor. We'll take a timeout as well. Back in a moment. You've heard about Christmas in July, but we didn't miss Christmas last year. So Three Lions Pub is holding a St. Patty's Day in July this coming Friday, July 17th from 4 p.m. to close. Corned beef and cabbage until it's gone. Plus, specials on all your favorite St. Patty's Day drinks. Win prizes and also get a sneak peek at the full menu. Plus, bring your friends and have fun with live music from Sean Mitzel in the evening. That's this Friday, July 17th at Three Lions Pub in West Fargo. All right, broadcast coverage also brought to you by Sean Carlson, Town & Country Credit Union. Make home happen. Stop in at Town & Country Credit Union. Speak with Sean. Find out how low those mortgage rates are right now with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union and make home happen this summer. Trying to work it inside there. That was Erickson who the pass was intended for. With the basketball now is Fletcher. She drives around the defender, can't get it to go. Rebound comes down to Burian. Burian will bring the ball back up the court here for ND Pro 2022. 8:32 and counting to go as they work it inside for Ava Wild. Wild pops it out for Ketterling for three. Won't go. Rebound out of bounds. Last touch by ECI. Should stay with ND Pro 2022, and it does. Congratulations going out to the Fargo Post 400 baseball team as the Astros knocked off the Post 2 Jets in a doubleheader a couple days ago for the program's first ever win over Post 2 in program history. And then the Stars went up to Jack Williams Stadium and split with Fargo Post 2. 2-1 in the first game. I think they fell 6-5 in the second game, if memory serves me correctly. So a couple of strong outings there for Post 400 against their rivals up north against Post 2. They go 3 out of 4, which is pretty good. So congratulations to Post 400 and congratulations to Post 2 on their lone win of that doubleheader as well. We're tied up at 25 here between ECI Pink and ND Pro 2022. Pink in the black, Pro in the red. Shot is up, won't go. Burian pulls down the rebound. Burian quickly up the court once again, being harassed near side here. I believe that is Newmiller, and it was. Now they work the ball up into Ketterling's hands. Now Ava Wild trying to drive the baseline, gets down there looking for a pass, and they won't be able to chase it down. It'll go out of bounds. Saved it from the over and back call, but lost it on the out of bounds. Nice attempt there by Burian, but it'll go back to ECI Pink. And with 7:43 to go here, ECI Pink will have a chance to take the lead. They have not had the lead. They've tied it at 10, they've tied it at 21, they've tied it at 23, and they've tied it at 25, but they have never had the lead in this game yet. And that whistle will stop the clock with 7:36 to go as a substitution comes in. Taryn Johnson into the lineup. We have more baseball coming up for you next week here as the regular season starts to wind down. As that point's up and in, and now ECI Pink has their first lead of the game, thanks to a bucket by Peyton Newmiller. Three-pointer on the way, and they're saying it hit the top of the backboard, out of bounds. Ball goes back to ECI Pink. 27-25, the lead goes to ECI. Newmiller will hand it off there, and I couldn't see who that is, but they'll get it into the hands of Hagerly. Hegley spinning around up against Taryn Johnson. That's a tough matchup, especially when Taryn Johnson has about 2 inches on you. Autumn Ketterling with the basketball. Now Johnson up top. And she's looking, and she's going to draw the foul. It's going to be a reach-in foul here on ECI. Got to add 1 to each side now because Pro has 5, and now ECI has 2 here in the second half. Once again, the official will take some time to mop up some liquids on the floor. I want to thank our sponsors once again, including Game Time, Sean Carlson, Town and Country Credit Union. Speak to Sean about a home loan to make home happen this summer. And also 3 Lines Pub in West Fargo holding St. Patty's Day in July tonight, starting at 4 o'clock. And then at 5 o'clock, corned beef and cabbage until it's gone. And at 9 o'clock, live music from Sean Mitzel. Kid friendly until 9 o'clock. Kids got to be out by 10. By 10, it's a 21 plus only establishment. Taryn Johnson with the basketball right now. That one's up and off the mark, won't go. Rebound pulled down there into the hands of number 31, that's Gabby Rush. And we'll let our clock tick down to 6:07. 6:05 is where it's at right now. There you go. Now we're back on track. Also, new staff and new management at 3 Lines Pub in West Fargo. It's about a 7-minute drive here from the Rustad Recreation Center. That was a bucket by Taryn Johnson. She has 9 points now, according to my numbers, and we're knotted up at 27 once again. Gabby Rush hands it off there, and I believe that's going to be a travel or a double. No, there's going to be a foul. Foul came to cause the travel, so that's a foul on ND Pro 2022. That's team foul number 6 of the second half. We're tied up at 27. We've had 2 good ones, and we have a third one going right here. We'll see what happens over the next 5 minutes or so. 3-pointer up and in. That was, I want to say, Molly Muslin, and it was, as she sneaks into my view. Or check that, wrong team. Molly Muslin was the defender on that one. That was a long 2. And that one's up and in. Another one by Cassie Erickson to give ND Pro 2022 the lead once again at 31-30. With the basketball now is New Miller. New Miller pops it out, 3 on the way. That one rattles around and out. Rebound by Safransky. Safransky momentarily harassed by Kennedy Harder in the backcourt, but Safransky will bring it over the timeline, feed it in there. Now they'll pop it back out. Loose ball, and it's picked up there by Kennedy Harder. Harder to the basket, and no, it'll roll off the rim. Offensive rebound up and in for Peyton New Miller. And the lead goes back to ECI at 32-31. And a missed shot results in a rebound for Kennedy Harder. Gets through a couple defenders, pops out of the corner, 3-pointers on the way, 3-pointers in! Gabby Rush with her first bucket of the game. 35-31 in favor of ECI. Safransky pokes it in, loose ball. Erickson keeps it alive. Now driving in, and the shot will not count. Substitutions for both teams. 3:31 to go here. Inbounds pass comes to Ava Wild. Wild fires it over to Erickson. Back inside for Ava Wild. Wild pushes it outside there from Muslin. Muslin gives it back to Wild. Wild driving the baseline, being harassed there by Anderson. She tries to get around Anderson. The ball goes out of bounds and is last touched by Ava Wild. And it'll go back to ECI, who have a 4-point lead at 35-31. This is a big possession here for ECI. If they can get a basket, that might really put the, well, it won't might, it will put the pressure on ND Pro 2022. Safransky with the basketball and 5 points, and now a whistle and a timeout on the floor. I believe it's a full timeout. We'll take it with them back in a moment here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. You've heard about Christmas in July, but we didn't miss Christmas last year. So Three Lions Pub is holding a St. Patty's Day in July this coming Friday, July 17th from 4 p.m. to close. Corned beef and cabbage until it's gone. Plus, specials on all your favorite St. Patty's Day drinks. Win prizes and also get a sneak peek at the full menu. Plus, bring your friends and have fun with live music from Sean Mitzel in the evening. That's this Friday, July 17th at Three Lions Pub in West Fargo. All right, as we get ready to come out of the timeout here, ND Pro 2022 will have the basketball, and they trail by 4. Tina Fryer will trigger the inbounds pass. With the basketball is Cassie Erickson. Erickson hands it off there for Safransky. She dribbles up to the near wing. Hands it off there for Tina Fryer. Fryer puts the ball to the floor. One dribble, now passes it into the hands of Ketterling. No, check that. That's Molly Muslin, excuse me. Muslin back and forth, being harassed there by Abby Fletcher. Hands it off now for Safransky. Safransky directing traffic, dribbling with her right hand, looking for a move inside. They'll get it over to Ava Wild a couple passes later. Wild looking inside. Now she wants to drive the baseline. Tried a little reverse layup there. Loose ball and a hard collision. And that will stop the clock with 2:23 to go here. And once again, it's a 4-point game in favor of ECI. So once again, a big possession here for ECI. If they can get a basket, the pressure's really on ND Pro 2022 to try and come up with a little rally here. That one rolls off the rim and a lucky break as the ball ends up in the hands of Safransky. Safransky pops it back to Muslin. Muslin getting harassed from behind. That's going to be a foul on ECI. Tina Fryer with the inbounds pass. Successfully gets it in there for Molly Muslin. And it's taken away. No foul called. Kinnebrew with the basketball for ECI. And a 4-point lead with just under 2 minutes to go. Minute 47 and counting. Loose ball scooped up by Fletcher over on the far sideline. Now back to Kinnebrew. Kinnebrew almost had it pickpocketed there by Safransky. And now a whistle will stop the clock with a minute 39 to go here in the basketball game. Or at least in regulation. It's a 4-point deficit here. And we're going to say it's a 30-second timeout and be right back after this here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Looking for a new home? Make home happen this summer by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA Equal Housing Lender. You've heard about Christmas in July, but we didn't miss Christmas last year. So Three Lions Pub is holding a St. Patty's Day in July this coming Friday, July 17th from 4 p.m. to close. Corned beef and cabbage until it's gone. Plus, specials on all your favorite St. Patty's Day drinks. Win prizes and also get a sneak peek at the full menu. Plus, bring your friends and have fun with live music from Sean Mitzel in the evening. That's this Friday, July 17th at Three Lions Pub in West Fargo. Kinnebrew with the basketball. ECI leads by 4 with 1:26 to go. We'll start our clock. Sorry about that, folks. Safransky trying to pickpocket it from behind. There's a little push there, and that one is going to get a verbal warning there from the referee. That looked a little bit intentional there. Stops the clock with 1:20 to go. Of course, intentional fouls aren't necessarily a bad thing, just how you, the type of foul that's intentional that if it causes a little bit of pain, it might not be the best thing. So Gustafson will have the ball, and she'll get fouled, and she'll go to the free throw line here. 1:11 remaining. It's been a 4-point game for probably about 2 minutes of play. I haven't been keeping too much track. Ava Wild checks in. That gives Reagan Hansen a breather on the bench. And the free throw is up and in. That makes it a 5-point game, and she makes the next one here. It'll be a very tough 2-possession game. You need 2 threes to tie it. A minute to go, you're down by 6 with 2 threes. Look for them to get it into the hands of Safransky and Ava Wild. Tina Fryer can knock down the threes as well. Safransky has the ball with just under a minute to go, and a whistle will stop the clock with 53 seconds. You've heard about Christmas in July, but we didn't miss Christmas last year. So Three Lions Pub is holding a St. Patty's Day in July this coming Friday, July 17th from 4 p.m. to close. Corned beef and cabbage until it's gone. Plus, specials on all your favorite St. Patty's Day drinks. Win prizes and also get a sneak peek at the full menu. Plus, bring your friends and have fun with live music from Sean Mitzel in the evening. That's this Friday, July 17th at Three Lions Pub in West Fargo. All right, welcome back. 53 seconds to go here in this contest. ND Pro 2022 is down by 6. Looking at the roster, you got Taylor Safransky, Molly Muslin, Ava Wild, Tina Fryer, and Marissa Burian, who can all knock down 3-pointers. They are all very good free throw, 3-point shooters is what I'm trying to say. So triggering the inbounds pass will be Tina Fryer. Into the backcourt for Safransky. 51 seconds to go. Safransky with the basketball. Works it in. High post. That's Taryn Johnson. I was drawing a blank there for a moment. She'll draw the foul and go to the line, and that's awesome. You want to get points with the clock stopped. That's the best way to cut a deficit. And Taryn Johnson will make the first one. She is 2 of 3 from the line today. Checking in for ECI is Gabby Rush, number 31. Both Safransky and Molly Muslin having a quick chat with the coach here as Taryn Johnson gets set for her second free throw. That's off the back rim. She missed it. 39 seconds to go. And a foul. That'll send Abby Fletcher to the free throw line as ND Pro 2022. We'll send in Marissa Burian, another three-point shooter. And the free throw is up and in by Fletcher. 38-32, back to a 6-point lead. You need 2 threes to tie, and you got 34 seconds to do it. This is a big free throw, and she got it. It's a 3-possession game, and they got to act quickly here. Safransky with the basketball, nearly lost it. Picked it up, gets it to Taryn Johnson. Johnson, near side, Tina Fryer. Back up top, Burian, long three on the way. No, missed it all. Out of bounds, clock will stop. 18 seconds to go, and the ball goes back to ECI, and that will more than likely do it for this game. ECI is going to escape with a win after having many ties but never the lead in the first half. They finally took the lead for the first time at 27-25. Since then, we had 1 tie and 3 more lead changes. Last lead change happened at 32-31. And as a result, ECI has gone on a 7-1 run. Only point scored in that run was by Taryn Johnson on the free throw. So that little exchange there will take 1 tick off the clock. We'll get down to 17 seconds now. So ECI will get the inbounds pass. Taryn Johnson along the baseline there. They'll pass and they will foul, and they'll stop the clock with 11 seconds to go. I apologize, it should be 39-32. They'll work it up into the hands of Fletcher. Fletcher will get fouled by Safransky. 4 seconds to go. Going back to the free throw line is Abby Fletcher. She just made the last 2. She'll get 2 more, or at least 1 more, and she'll get 2 more. She made the first one. 8-point game. And make it a 9-point game. And Fletcher's 4 for 4. To the hoop, at the buzzer. She got the bucket, but not enough. And they will fall short by the final score of 41-34 in favor of ECI Pink. Let's go ahead and add up some numbers here really quick. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for Abby Fletcher. Grace, this is for ECI. Grace Hagerly with a total of 5. Delaney Clark with 2. Peyton Newmiller with 3 in the first half. 6, 8, 10 overall. I believe that makes her the leading scorer. Gabby Rush with a triple. Michaela Anderson with 5, 6, 7, 8. And Sydney Gustafson with 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Cassie, for ND Pro 2022, Cassie Erickson with a total of 6. Taylor Safransky with 5. Autumn Ketterling with 4. Ava Wild with 3. Marissa Burian with a total of 4. Taryn Johnson with 5 in the first half, 7, 9, 10 overall. So 10 for Taryn Johnson for ND Pro 2022, 10 for Peyton Newmiller for ECI Pink are your 2 leading scorers, and your final score once again, 41-34 in favor of ECI Pink. That'll bring us to our next broadcast, which is coming up in about 15 minutes, make it about 10 minutes. And that'll be Alexandria against ND Pro 2021. Back in a moment here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.